We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
In 1962, President John F. Kennedy outlined an ambitious plan to send American astronauts to the moon. 64 years later, the crew of Artemis II followed in the small steps and, yes, giant leaps of the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs to make history all their own. This morning, NASA released the crew's highly anticipated photos of the far side of the moon. Breathtaking shots. You're looking at some of them now. The 4 astronauts on board spent nearly 7 hours taking photos and notes about the lunar surface during the flyby earlier this week, becoming the first humans to ever view the moon's entire far side. The first photo released shows Earthset, a moment captured from the lunar far side that shows Earth dipping out of view on the opposite side of the moon. That image is a near recreation of the iconic Earthrise photo taken during the Apollo 8 mission in 1968. Other photos show the moon's rugged terrain, impact craters, dark plains, and even a solar eclipse. Doug Brinkley, you serve as professor at Rice University, where President Kennedy delivered that speech we just heard from now. And you're the author of the book, American Moonshot, John F. Kennedy and the Great Space Race. And I will just say, seeing those images again now, goosebumps, and would love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I get goosebumps hearing John F. Kennedy give that September 12, 1962 speech at Rice. It is breathtaking to listen to and read. It's in color. We always think of the Kennedy clips of the inaugural black and white, but I urge people to go listen to that because he's talking about the power of public discovery and why we do things, why we climb mountains or go under seas or hit new solar systems. And then Earthrise photographed that photo, changed things in the 1960s. I interviewed all the astronauts that went up. Only Neil Armstrong didn't get emotional about Earthrise. He's such a Purdue engineer. But the rest of them from the Apollo missions all said, we thought we were going to the moon, but it was Earth, seeing our planet, that just struck us as almost a religious experience. And this new group of photos we have looking at our planet from the dark side of the moon and other vantage points is going to live eternal. I find it a great new frontier in photography. These are some of the best images we've had of how to look at the interaction between the moon and the Earth. And so I've been delighted about Artemis II this entire week while we've been grappling with catastrophic potential war in the Middle East.
You know, it also reminded me of what's possible with public investment. So this is an extraordinary achievement that these astronauts have accomplished. But you think about the vaccine program also, which wouldn't have been possible during COVID without public investment. Can you help viewers just contextualize that? How do you think about that in terms of the role public investment should play at a moment when actually billionaires are starting to call the shots instead?
That's a great question. In the Project Apollo era, we would pay about 4.2% of our annual budget to NASA. Now it's a third of 1 point and getting cut even more. What happened, though, out of going to the moon under the Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon era was STEM technology, spin-off technology. Out of that effort to go to the moon, we got GPS, MRI, CAT scan, concussion-proof helmets for football players, fire-resistant suits. I mean, the list of what we got by having the U.S. government help seed, innovation is mighty. And we have to keep that tradition going, particularly in the field of medicine. And I'm afraid, as much as I do love what's going on with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of this, we got to make sure that NASA stays robust and be part of the crucial leader of going back to the moon, and that we finally get our first woman astronaut on the moon in the coming years.
Amen.
So glad you said all of that. We're grateful you're here. Author and presidential historian Douglas Brinkley, thank you again.